from there, I kind of like really watch him with a lot of attention, and it's quite impressive how durable he is. His movement and everything is quite impressive when you look at it very closer. Gane, really good as a fighter and as a man as well. Very nice guy. His movement and his speed. Those two things stands out basically for heavyweight. I mean, lightweight, all those guys, they fight like that. He fights as those lighter division, you know, not like a heavyweight. Heavyweight usually they stand and bank. Stipe Miocic, I think so far he's the best heavyweight, the best challenge that I ever had, you know, very competitive. He's a legit man. Like I remember the first time I went there and I was so underestimate Stipe. I get so wrong about him. Then from there, I kind of like really watch him with a lot of attention, and it's quite impressive how durable he is, his endurance, his movement, and everything on Stipe is quite impressive when you look at it very closer. He was a few things the first time that I get surprised of. First was his endurance. He can take some punch as well. Those punches that he takes and stand up is punches that many people don't get up from that. Doesn't matter what, he's always there, find his way to come through. Didn't hit him really much for the first fight. Didn't feel that way for the first fight. But the second fight, after I defend his takedown, you know, then I threw some shot there on a ground and pound. Usually, many people, they don't get up from that position. Then he find his way up and was just like, let's go, you know. But I knew already after watching him very closer, I knew that he's gonna be very durable. So at that moment, I look at him, I'm like, damn, he's not going down. Well, guess what? I'm not surprised. Oh yeah, he's a great fighter. You know, I know him. I've been there with him for more than 30 minutes. So I share more time in the octagon with him, maybe with more of my 10 others opponent. Conor McGregor, very good fighter. We can say whatever we want because he has a winning fight, but when you watch at Conor fight, his style and everything, very great. Man, he has something else. He's unique on his way of carrying himself. He's confident. You know, sometimes people lost fight and then just lose confidence and shut up. You know, the guy is always there, going after people, saying stuff. You know, he's very high level of trash talk. I think he's the number one. There is always a chance to reestablish ourselves as long as you want it. The problem is, does it really want that? That's all the problem. If you want that, I'm gonna get to the gym every day in a purpose of getting there again, then I think yes, it definitely would. You know, when I watched his last fight against Poirier, that fight was pretty good because like you can see the confidence on Conor, which is like base of, you can tell that that confidence is out of the work that he put in. You know, he tried several like submission in certain position, which was like all about his confidence. You know, you can tell that, well, he's very confident right there on that position because he's been working on. Yeah, there's not a, he's been there and he knows exactly what it takes to get there. And I think if you want to be there and if you put the work in, he's gonna get there again. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Jon Jones is still light heavyweight because Jon Jones never fights. He never fights in heavyweight division. So yeah, that is like one of the most talented guy in the sport. You know, he's been a light heavyweight champion for a decade almost, you know, and retained his belt for that long in a division that people hit so hard. I think you must have something, you know, and he's well-rounded. He can be like striking, wrestling, ground game. He's everywhere. He's definitely one of the best fighters in the sport, with no doubt. Well, not long ago, we were working so hard for that fight. It didn't happen. I think the UFC didn't like push that fight, but yes, that was the fight that we were looking at. That was the fight that I was looking at recently, and I think he was looking at that fight as well, because we believe this will be a massive fight and great for everyone. Derrick Lewis, good knockout artist, funny, yeah, very funny guy. Tyson Fury, I think he's the best boxer. I mean, he's definitely the best boxer of this era, with no doubt, and he has proved his point by getting people like Deontay Wilder. He fought this guy 3 times, you know. Deontay Wilder, heavy hands, good guy, good trash talk guy too. Pretty much the same thing as Derrick Lewis, that I can say. Anthony Joshua, very nice guy, very good. I've been watching Joshua since long time. He's a very good boxer, you know, skill-wise, good physique, everything. Personally, I don't know him, but I will say nice guy, by what I have seen so far. He's very explosive. He hits hard. Like I watched some of his fight. Even when he fought Klitschko, he can hit and he can take punches too. He has a good chin. The only fight that I'm very excited to watch him fight is Anthony Joshua, which I still think he has that. You know, he can handle that. Very great, very talented fighter. He doesn't look like, but he's the man. Jon Jones definitely has the best ground game. The best boxer. If I'm about to say the best striker for MMA striking, he will still be Jon Jones. But if we go kickboxing style, then I think he will be Syrian. But for MMA striking, I'll give it to Jon Jones, because like with his elbow and all the stuff that he does, the oblique kick, all those stuff for MMA, is a perfect striker. The strongest heavyweight, I think all the UFC heavyweight, they're kind of like in the same place. It's really hard to say this is the strongest and then this. Then I would say Derrick Lewis. As far as upcoming fighter, for now, 2 weeks, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and I was watching fight here, and there is Yair Rodriguez. I think people sleep on him, but I put my money on that guy all day long. Pretty good fighter. Unfortunately, he didn't go well for him, which is not very surprising knowing who he was fighting, because he was fighting Max Holloway, which is like maybe the best, the fastest MMA fighter, Max Holloway, and with the most significant strike. When I have Justin Gaethje all day long, I'm watching that fight because he doesn't care. He goes for war, and whether he lose or he win or he loses, you enjoy his fight, because he go for war. He doesn't work there to like play with you, win the fight. He go to fight for real, like a gangster. I like watching him all day long.